Jesus was in Assyria last week.
Nebraska last week, so I got that wrong. Sorry about that.
And love grows here. It's a beautiful day. Cindy and David are on their way back from Boston right now, so let's just hold a little prayer in our heart, safe flight, and all that good stuff. They've had a great time walking that Freedom Trail, getting into the history of our country, so it's been neat to hear their stories every night. And so this month we are starting a series on prosperity, and everyone loves prosperity, don't they? Yes. And so the title of the talk today is Prosperity, Where's Your Focus? And we all know that what you focus on expands. And so as we begin to just look at what we're thinking about, what we're focusing on, what do we put our energy into, will reveal to us how much we really want to experience prosperity or not. You know, when Jesus worked with the Sudras in India, the lowest caste system, they had no hope. And he said, "What's wrong?" He says, they said, "We have no hope. All we do is work and seek to work some more." And they didn't have any joy in their life. They didn't have any purpose in their life. And he said, "You know, this is your karma now. This is what yours to do. But do it in a joyful heart. Do it in a joyful heart. You're the one that is going to bring joy into your life. Embrace your karma," is what White Eagle says. And we're the ones that are going to bring the prosperity into our life. The Divine Dip was awesome. Both songs, remembering who we really are. What can one heart do? There isn't anything that one heart can't do. The words to that song, they're awesome. We are the sons and daughters of God. And it's our birthright to be creators on this planet. So prosperity, where's your focus? Jesus said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and its righteousness, and all things will be given unto you." Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. Where's the kingdom of heaven? The kingdom of heaven lies within. Our Father who is in heaven. Our Father who is in heaven. So when in Aramaic it's seek ye first the kingdom of God, and that's translated into seek ye first the counsel of God. So to begin to go within, to seek God's counsel, to seek that consciousness. I am spirit. I am son of God. I am daughter of God. To begin to live our life from that consciousness. And as we live from that consciousness and its righteousness, right use of our God qualities, the right use of energy, how we mold the ethers to create the world in which we live. And all things will be given unto you. Pretty good directive, isn't it? That's pretty easy. All I have to do is go within, ask to feel God's love, ask for God's guidance in my life, follow it, follow God's guidance, and then just be prepared to receive exactly what you need. Exactly that which would be perfect for your soul journey. Prosperity, it's a subjective word, isn't it? What's prosperous to one might not be prosperous to another. So it's when we go within and seek God's counsel, understanding who we are, what we're about this lifetime, we'll be shown what would serve us, what would prosper our soul in this walk on planet Earth at this time. God consciousness expressing. That's our reality, whether we're aware of it or not. So that directive from Jesus to seek ye first the counsel of God, to go within, to ask for guidance, to ask for clarity, ask for help, to ask for whatever it is you need. What's my next step? And then follow it and use that guidance for your own good and for the good of the whole. That's the right use of God's energy. It's truly for the good of the whole. When we make spirit a priority in our life, we'll understand that nothing is ever withheld from us. Wow. Does anyone here feel that way or have ever felt that anything was ever withheld from you? Everyone raises their hand. Oh, pan the camera. Oh, wow, look at this. Everyone's had things withheld from them. But the kicker is we withhold from ourselves. We withhold from ourselves because we see ourselves in our mere mortal humanness, with all our flaws and all of our memories and all of our hurts and all of our victimhood. We limit our good. God doesn't limit us. We are being showered with blessings every day, every moment. And it's ours to look for them. To wake up every morning and say, God, I can't wait to see what gift you have for me today. Instead of looking at life like those toilers and just to focus on the work that I got to do. And if I do it today, it's going to be there for me tomorrow. So what we've done is we've created this little basket. We can only receive this much. Oh God, give me the strength to make it through this day. Is that all you want? Our Father's saying that. I'm not. Our Father God's saying, is that all you want? Are you sure? Yeah, I got a lot of work to do, and I just need all this energy to get this work done. You know what? I can show you how to get that work done a whole lot easier so you got time to maybe enjoy life a little bit more. God, what within me is limiting my ability to experience prosperity in my life? You see, what within me is limiting myself from experiencing prosperity in my life? Does everybody like pyramids?
Yeah.
Pyramids are so cool, and they're such a symbol, you know, and they're energy generators and they're expanders, but categorically we've looked at pyramids, and we're on this journey up through this pyramid to the top, because at the top we're going to have that God awareness, the capstone. We're going to know that God and I are one. So it's like this process of this journey, you know, like when we're going up the mountain, we're going round and round and round, and finally make it to the mountaintop, you know. And what we've been taught pretty much from the start, if we want to keep and continue this journey to the mountaintop, to God awareness, we have to just keep letting go of a bunch of stuff. Has anyone ever heard that? You got to keep letting go of that. Well, that's holding you back. It's limiting you. So we go through this process, and we're in the process of continue letting go. And that's a pretty important discipline for a lot of people on planet Earth. But let's just turn the world upside down for a minute. And we see this pyramid now, and God's right here. God's still at the point of the pyramid. But you know what? As we begin to traverse this pyramid, we're experiencing God. We're embracing life. We're embracing life's experiences, and we get to partner with God. We get to understand that God is with us always. And so as we begin to walk and experience God as our partner, God in everyone, the omnipresence of God, our life gets fuller and fuller. And we become one with all of our experiences instead of separating from us, separating from them. We become one with our experiences instead of separating from our experiences. And so we continue this journey with God, higher and higher and higher. And then we end up on this big old plateau With all of our experiences and still the awareness, God and I are one. Do you think we limit some of our prosperity when we're taking this narrow route to God? To let go of people, places, things that for the most part someone else has deemed bad, unworthy, or not good for us? If God is in all things, in all people, in all experiences, and we know that God is good, what does that do to that other theory? We live in a wonderful time right now where we are beginning to understand that God is at the center of our world, the center of our being. God's not out there somewhere. We're not separated from God. God's within us. The counsel of God. It's not I, but the Father within who doeth the works. It's not I, but the Father within who speaketh the words. To know that God's within our world. And it's not something to attain to reach God, but to have that living relationship with God daily. And I think when we begin to have that living relationship with God daily, that's that second part. And all things will be given unto you. All things will be given unto you. When we're on this journey and we're trying to go up this spiral to reach this God, sometimes we think it's unattainable or it's not worth it. And so sometimes we have to turn our world upside down so that we can make sense of life, so that we can make sense of our world, to really begin to understand what life's all about. To realize and understand that wherever we are, God is, and that when we sing that song, love grows here, that's real. Because, like they were saying, it's our Interquest theme song. We love that song. Because that's what we're trying to do, is grow a family of love. And it begins with loving ourselves. Loving ourselves and understanding who we are. And then seeing that in another. To seeing the God within another. The unique expression of God. So as we begin to integrate God in our life all the time, the center of our life, the foundation of our life, we can go on and we can connect with life now. We can connect with all of life. And we will not judge. We'll begin to accept. It's a big thing to just accept that God's within me. It's got to go through a bunch of garbage that we're dragging with us. But once we start accepting, hey, God's within me, and breathing and walking, and then just allowing our goodness, our good thoughts, our beliefs, our emotions to begin to manifest more in our life, you'll see life begin to change. Your personal life and the life around you. And that's one of the keys to prosperity, is to begin to acknowledge our inherent good. And then to begin to allow our inherent good to begin to express greater and greater in our life. As we begin to allow that to express greater and greater into our life, change happens. It's a wonderful thing. Prosperity. Here's a cool word. Abundance. Does everybody like abundance? Everybody raise their hand again. Everyone likes abundance on all levels. Abundance. Words are interesting. Language is cool. Okay, abundance. It comes from the Latin root word abundare, and it means to make waves. Whoa, to make waves. Step back and think about that. We know that we live in a light wave universe, don't we? There's particles of light. There's waves of light. We live in a light wave universe. Okay. As we walk through life, we're always sending waves out. All right? Through our thoughts, through our emotions, and through our actions. So perhaps we could start making the right kind of waves. The waves that would manifest and draw back to us a more abundant or prosperous lifestyle that we're choosing at any given time. You see, to understand that the energy that we're sending out, the waves that we're sending out, our thoughts, our words, our actions, our emotions, those are what we're molding the ethers with. And that's what comes back to us. What we send out comes back. You reap what you sow. So to begin to understand, to make waves, what kind of waves do we want to put out there? I think waves are so cool. Like when we're all little kids and we're standing on the shore of a lake or something, we throw a stone out into it and the waves just ripple out and they'll just go to infinity because they go back into oneness. They go back into oneness. They go out and they come back. But you know what? Sometimes we don't see them coming back. But in life, that's the same thing that happens. We're putting out this energy. We might not see it coming back, but it's coming back. Know that's coming back. So if we can just understand basic principles, like what you give forth is coming back. To begin to understand about abundance, to make waves. Do you think Jesus made any waves? One phrase that we like to think about is, wherever Jesus went, he rocked the boat. He made waves. But you know what his waves were all about? His waves were about brotherhood. His waves were about the Father within. His waves were about love. His waves were about oneness. It wasn't about separation. His waves weren't just about me. His waves were about we. And it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity that we all have to begin to just look at the waves that we're sending out. And the thing to do is to be aware so that when we experience the fruit, we don't have to say, did I do that? Because we did it. So to consciously participate in life, to be aware of the thoughts that we're holding, the actions that we're taking in life, even our emotions, and understand that we can create the world that we want to live in. We can create the life that we seek to experience. So the truth to prosperity, seek ye first God's counsel. Live in that God consciousness. We are God consciousness. But until we begin to go there and to accept it, acknowledge it, and start living it to the best of our ability, to the best of our ability, to get that divine idea, to get a thought, we don't know how, we don't know, have to know how it's going to work out. Just take a step. When you ask for guidance, take a step, follow it. And you know what? You'll get guidance every step of the way. I think it's really neat how the universe has it set up. So we keep connection. A lot of times when we know how something's going to end, we won't even go there. There's a good word about that, prejudice. When we prejudge anything, we don't have to have the experience, do we? Because we already know. And how many times have we been wrong? A lot. You see? So it's okay to ask for guidance. Dad, what do I need to do here? What do I need to see here? Okay. Now just do it. See? So to take that step, you know. A lot of times we have put prosperity outside of ourselves, just like we put God outside of ourselves, you see? And we know that that's not the truth any longer, because in our expanded consciousness, we begin to understand and know the oneness of all life. You know, just like before quantum mechanics and physics, you know, scientists would look at anything like looking through a window. We were separate from it. We weren't a part of it. But now we understand that if we observe anything, our observation's changing what's happening. And all that is to understand how powerful our consciousness is. How powerful our consciousness is. So if we want to look at prosperity, we want to look at our consciousness that we're holding about prosperity and what it really is. To understand that if we're the sons and daughters of God, creators, what is ours to do but to create? To take the guidance and the energy that we have and then to do something with it, to mold those ethers, to begin to take the steps that need to be taken, put the energy into what needs to be done. You know, a lot of people, this prosperity phrase, you know, a lot of people look at someone and go, oh wow, they've got it made. I'd like that life. They're looking at the end. They wouldn't do the walk that person walked. You see? And to begin to understand, if we have a desire to have any experience, it's going to make us feel good. I think that's kind of a prosperity consciousness. And now, what steps do we need to take? How much energy am I going to invest in this new creation of mine? You see? How much energy are you going to invest in yourself? How much energy are you going to invest in yourself? As we act, the universe responds. As we act, the universe responds. So to begin to just be aware of how we're thinking. Are we thinking of ourselves as a spiritual being? Are we thinking of this place as a wonderful gift and a blessing and an opportunity to find out and to begin to express the truth of who we are? Life is moving from duality to oneness. We are taking baby steps to brotherhood. And the world's changing. I'm old. I've seen a lot happen already. When I was a little kid, when we were in grade school, we got to go down to this little auditorium and watch Sputnik. Can everybody remember that word? You see what I'm saying? It's not even vocabulary anymore, it's old. Sputnik, yeah. And now we're doing space missions every day. People are going, experiencing. And that's just one little aspect of life. Our whole way of living life has quantum leaped. Quantum leaped. We have an opportunity to quantum leap again in our consciousness. But quantum leaps take the energy of doing. It's not thinking about it. It's not intellectually knowing. I'm Son of God, I'm Spirit. You see? It's to begin to act. Act with that knowing. Ask with that knowing. Walk with that knowing. And all things will be given unto you. As the world changes, it's our choice to be either conscious or not. We can be conscious of the truth, I am with you always. But we don't have to be. It's our free will. But to know that the waves that we're sending out are coming back. And if we want prosperity, abundance, we need to send out those kind, positive, good thoughts. We need to express kindness and compassion, support. We need to act with love and support as brothers and sisters on the planet. Because we truly are moving into a time of cooperation that's going to far transcend competition. And as we take the time to go within, that's when we begin to truly know and understand the changes that are taking place on our planet right now. And prosperity is going to have a whole new meaning, but it's going to have a higher meaning. It's going to have a meaning that's going to allow our soul to sing. It's going to allow us all to walk around with a smile on our face. Happy and grateful for the opportunity to be. To be. I saw a sign. I love to go past churches or anywhere. We have these little signs with these little sayings on it. So I saw one yesterday. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. We are the unique sons and daughters of God. We have a unique gift and blessing for this planet. And it doesn't matter what anyone else says, thinks, or does. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. And your life will be perfect. And you will be prosperous in ways that will delight your soul. So let's go with that. So let's just sit in our chairs and close our eyes and just breathe. And as you breathe, just breathe in God's love once again and feel that gentle love of God filling your body now as we allow this love to move through our bodies to cleanse the temple. And as you sit in your chair, breathing God's love and feeling God's love, I want you to imagine or see a beautiful golden pyramid right above your head with the point up. But just feeling that golden energy of God ever showering down upon you. Just knowing that God is always with you, that this golden energy is always with you. And now in your mind's eye, I want you to flip that pyramid and put the apex right at your crown chakra with the base up. And just feel that golden energy, that God energy still flowing to you. And as you're enveloped in this beautiful golden light, I want you to feel yourself being lifted now. And I want you to just let go and just lift right up into that inverted pyramid. So you move through the point and you have a new perspective on life. As you stand in this golden pyramid, you have the opportunity to look at your life. And as you look at your life from this perspective, ask to see God. Ask to see God in the people that are in your world. Ask to see God that are in the experience in your life. Ask to see the ways you're being supported in your walk. And I ask to see ways in which you can support yourself greater in your walk. Just breathe and feel the love in the world, the support in the world, the wisdom. all those beautiful God qualities. As we breathe, we just breathe them in, it's natural. When we breathe them out, it's just natural. And it is a world of love and support, a world of brotherhood. And as you look up, you might be getting ready to take another step in your life, new experience. Ask to see what you need to do to support yourself as you take this next step. So that each of your experiences can be filled with prosperity and abundance. Knowing that as you ask, you do receive. So just breathe in the love and support of the universe now. Feel your heart quickening. Feel that I am consciousness just anchoring within your heart now. I am with you always. I am with you always. So just breathe and feel how loved you are, how supported you are on your walk. And it's your Heavenly Father's great blessing to give you your heart's desire. So just breathe and feel your unique vibration. Be still and know this is who you are. This is who I am. So breathe and feel your consciousness back in your body back on your chair, back in this room. Feel your feet on the floor. Glad to be alive on planet Earth at this moment in time. Breathe, feel, and know you are the beloved of our Heavenly Father. And just gently open your eyes. Some keys. Connect with God daily. Follow the God guidance that we receive daily. Give forth of your unique joyously and abundantly, and they will return joyously and abundantly. Dear God,